Good morning, world. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. Today's topic is increasing your value. I want to explain what I mean by saying that. See, whether you own a business or you have a job or whatever you're doing for a living, you have to find ways how to increase your value because you'll never be paid more than you're worth. And even if you are lucky where somebody paying you more than you're worth, you can't sustain that. That's temporary. At some point, it's either the business is gonna go out of business or they're gonna fire you. You know. So I say that because I want everybody to really realize that the most important thing, one of the most important things, is productivity. And I'll explain to you a reason why I say that. See, there's a formula that I live by, especially for business. It's a formula that any business can use and go from where they are to where they need to be. The formula is high productivity plus high quality product and service equals massive success. See, knowing that formula, I focus on A, that's high productivity, plus B, which is the high quality product or service, equals C, the cash. I focus on A and B, and the cash will come. Same thing with you in your life. That formula right there applies to individuals. It applies to communities, countries. Do you know countries are evaluated when they talk about their GDP and all that stuff by how productive the people of that nation is? So from a smaller micro level, you gotta, treat yourself as such as an individual, is that you really want to work on making sure that what you're doing is, you're being as productive as you can be. And I'll share some tips on how to do that shortly here. And also focusing on quality product and services, whatever you're doing. Something else too I want to say with that is that, the one thing that makes anybody happy, it's not money, it's not what you buy, it's none of that stuff. The greatest happiness that any human being can have is by being of service, serving others, whether you're using a product or a service in order to do that. But at the end of the day, we're here to serve people. That's the greatest form of happiness any human being can have is through service. So see, understanding that, that's why I love business that much, because business is all about problem solving. Everybody that have a problem, they're looking for a solution to their problem. We're not a butcher, we're not a hunter. We want meat. What do? We go to the store and we buy it. And for those people that are butchers or hunters, they're providing a service to people like us that don't do it. You get the drift out. So, with all that being said, again, the topic is increasing your value. And the way you're going to do that for yourself is through increasing your productivity. Now, here's some techniques I'll share with you because I do it not just for myself, but I also share with my employees. See, Earl Nightingale, he had talked about the top 6 things that Bob Proctor asked him one time. He's like, Earl, how do you manage your time to do all these things? And, Earl Nightingale looked at Bob Proctor and was like, man, you can't manage time. He said what he does is focus on the top 6 activities that he need to do that day to move his projects, business, or goals forward. So with that being said, I've adapted that now almost 2 years. And I have to say, it really does work. Even though I might list 5 or 6, some days I only have 5 to put on there. It says put the top 6, and out of those that I put on there, I may only get maybe 1 or 2 of them done. Then some days I get fortunate and I get 3 or 4, and on those days I'm like, yes, But I'm talking about activities that when you do them, it make a big difference or a big stride towards your goal. Those are the activities that go on that list. But increasing your value is definitely going to happen through increasing your productivity. So increasing your productivity, again, I just gave you that example, how every day you could put the top 6 priority or things that you must get done for that day, or you really strongly need to get done for that day to move your goals forward. And again, don't beat yourself up if you only get 1, 2, or 3 of them done. I mean, for the last 2 years, majority of the time I get 2 or 3 that them done. But the cool thing is, whatever you don't get done that day, you're gonna carry it over to the next day. Now, that's not to say you're gonna have 9. Let's say you only did 3 today. That don't mean you're gonna have 9 tomorrow. That means you're gonna have those 3 that you didn't get done today, plus another 3. You know, so that's one little tool right there, one idea that I know for a fact that if you apply that will make you increase your value, because automatically it'll make you more productive. You know, and if you want to research it, just Google it, Earl Nightingale, top 6 tasks for the day or whatever, something along that line. So that's one avenue. Here's the other one. The other one is this: if you basically, there's a saying, and this is right here. I'll share this one with you. So somebody asked me a while back. They said, "Hey, when do you build a house?" Just in general. And for a while I said, when I feel like it, all these other stuff. But what the person was getting at is that you build a house when it's done. See, what happened is, before you could build a house, there'd have to be a detailed plan of how to get that house built, ABC. So once the plan is done, then I get to work. See, what happened is every day I really intentionally do that. That's another thing, is every day come up with specific tasks that you could do that can really, outside of those 6 that I mentioned, activities I should say, that will help move you in the right direction towards your goal. So planning my day out, like every single morning before I start my meeting. My first meeting is at 7 o'clock. Before I start my meeting, I've already planned out and mapped out how I want today to go, because in my mind, every single day I'm creating a successful day by planning how I want today to go. Whether it's for the shop I'm talking about, whether it's training that I need to do, or obviously how I manage or allocate out the jobs to who. Those are all plans for me, but obviously for you, you'll figure out your own individual stuff that you got to do. But my things that I'm sharing with you, again, how to increase your value, is because that's the topic. Number 1 is using Earl Nightingale top 6 things to do every day. Again, I've been using that one for 2 years, and I know that works. And again, the second one is really, just you, taking an inventory of what you want to get done for that day, like making a plan, listing those plans or actions that you want to take. And then above all is also holding yourself accountable. Let's just say you had 6 things to do for that day. And at the end of that day, or early morning before you start your day, you got to hold yourself accountable. If you had 6 tasks to do, you got however many hours in a day. My God, let's say it's 8 hours in a day. And if the task you got done in 8 hours, you're not, impressed with it, or, you're disappointed by it, I want you to own that. I want you to own whatever results you have. You know what I mean? Because what it's showing you is like holding a mirror to your face, or holding you and say, hey, this is what you say you was going to do. This is what you got done. And, if you're honest with yourself, then you either going to be doing a good job or you suck. And if you do suck, hey, it's okay. That's where you're at. Realize that, own that. See, now that you own and know that, now you can fix it. So you can increase your value. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the difference. Is I want to help people to be highly productive. And see, the more productive you are, the more successful you are, and the more results you get, or produce, I should say. You know what I mean? So coming back to that, again, the topic is increasing your value. How do you increase your value? Increase your productivity. How do you do that? Using Earl Nightingale top 6 priorities. Number 2, creating a plan every single day I don't care if it's a mundane job that you've been doing for the last 10 years. You got to start looking at the place you work and treating it like it's your business. Again, I told you, my goal for you is eventually at some point to become a business owner. So even if you don't own a business right now, the trick is you have to get in the habit of treating that business like it's yours. See, the more you take ownership mentally of that business, here's what happened. You're mastering what it takes to run a business. You know what I mean? Because you're choosing to be responsible for that, you know? And what you're doing is, even if it ain't your company, you're developing the habits of what it's going to take to be a successful business owner, which again is, if it's not, should be your goal, right? Because again, that's the financial vehicle that I'm going to help you with to create generational wealth, not just for yourself, but your kids' kids, and so forth. Okay. I mean, however long you've been on this earth, man, it's like, if you haven't accomplished the level of success you want, I'm giving you the tools and the guidance, and you're watching me do it in front of you on how you can create this for yourself. And that's why I do these videos every day, guys. It's for my journey. It's my journey that I'm doing. See, if you see me do this, I know that you will believe that you could do it too, and that's, the confidence and, what it takes for you to go ahead and start your journey. So, again, increase your value wherever you're at. If it's in your business, I'm showing you how to be more productive, and I'll continue to do that over time. For people that work a job, again, treat that job like it's your business, because that's what business owners do. If I was working for somebody's company right now, that is exactly what I would do. I would go in there and I would really treat it like it's my business. I take care of everything. I go above and beyond. I'm the first one to get there, last one to leave if necessary. I do whatever it takes, and that's what I'm imploring you to do right now, is to really focus on how, and start thinking about how can I be of more value, because you'll never get paid again more than what you're worth. Realize that. So the way you increase your pay or earnings is by increasing your value. See, the more valuable you are is the more you get paid, So I want you to focus on that for today. The topic again is increasing your value. Remember what I said. High productivity plus high quality product and service equals massive success. I'm hoping that you'll hone that formula, especially the first half. Don't worry about the result, the cash, the raises, all that stuff will come as long as you focus on being more productive, and of course being a quality control person too. In our business, it's not just one person that's quality control. Anybody, if you see anything that looks wrong, don't wait for a manager to spot it. Anybody can point it out. What that's showing me is that if you're not a manager, you are already acting like a manager, and therefore that's the only way you'll ever be one, is you have to already be doing the actions of the position that you're looking for. If you're looking to be a manager, start acting like a manager now. You want to be a business owner, start acting like a business owner would. Take on the responsibility that they would. That's why they're the business owner. That's why they're the manager. And as long as you follow these rules, I promise you, you will start seeing your value increase. And as your value increase, you don't even gotta ask, but shoot, if they ain't paying you extra, go ask for it. They'll gladly give it to you. Especially, if you threaten to leave. But my point is, just increase your value, people. You get this. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great day.